Initializing Ethereum protocol. Establishing link to Cloud Citadel. Welcome, Alita Army. You stand at the threshold of quantum consciousness.
Okay, hey, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita Livestream of January 30th, 2026. Mars Chronicles, Chapter 25, Something Important, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, Creek Indian from Denver, Colorado, and with me from Fountain, Colorado is Lee. How's it going, Lee?
Well, it's going pretty good. How about you guys?
Real good. How about you, Max Tack Jelly?
it's just Max Jelly. It's easy to say.
North of Sydney, yes.
Yeah, well, we've been doing the summer thing down here, but it hasn't been all that hot the last few days. But I think it's going to get stupid hot again, just because can't have things nice for very long. Yes. What about you guys? Did you freeze to death?
Nah, we're not freezing. I would say I guess 48 degrees Fahrenheit's about what, Lee, about 10 degrees Celsius maybe?
It's about 10 degrees down here.
Yeah.
It's actually clear blue sky and sunny.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. A little nippy, but it's not that bad,
Yep.
So
I thought there was some huge storm coming through.
Well, that's up in the Northeast, I think, up in New England. I think that's where, up around Massachusetts, New York, up in that area. That's quite a ways away from Colorado.
Yeah, from what I saw on the map, we might have caught like a very edge of it, but we didn't get much.
Yeah, we did get some snow last week, I think, but we didn't catch it very hard. So yeah, we were lucky in that it snowed 2 days after Christmas. So we had a kind of a white belated Christmas or something like that. So yeah, it wasn't that big a deal. So everything's going good with you guys, huh?
Well, nothing's burnt down recently. I mean, if you live in Victoria, things have been pretty shit. They had floods and fire in the same week.
Oh, Jesus. How does that happen?
Well, the little bit of land that's not underwater is still on fire.
God almighty. Yeah, well, hopefully those folks will do better, or do well after they get by that, I guess. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it, I guess. We want to just remind everybody we got the LA Fires fundraiser going on. Speaking of fires, we've raised $1,600 American so far. There's the link you see below the image on the screen, which is down in the description. You click on it, takes you to the website. You can donate. You can either put your name in there like I did, or like the former Angeli David Birch did. Or you can do like Vladi did. He put his internet handle in there. Or you can do like Lee did. He just put anonymous. So, you can do it either way. If you're a little worried about, your personal information getting out on the internet, then that's a good way to do it. You can still donate and help the folks out in LA. They are still recovering from that, from what I hear. I guess up to last November, they were still, I guess are they 80% recovered? I think I heard something like that, so they're still fighting this. They're getting there, but they're fighting it. So, but anyway, if you can, no amount's too small. And we do have the Alita sequel petition going on, and I think we added 7 signatures since last week. So we kind of had a couple of weeks where we only added like 2 or 3, like that, maybe 3 weeks, and now all of a sudden we got 7. So there's the link below that image on the screen, which is also down in the description. You click on it, that takes you to the website. You do have to enter your name and email, but you can specify that to be anonymous, so folks won't see your name or your email address. You can support the movie by donating. I guess there's a button you can click on, and you can put any amount that you want to help promote that. And what it does is it kind of, I guess, jacks up the priority. I don't know if they do it on YouTube or other social media platforms, but anyway, it kind of helps with promotion of our sequel. And I know I put some money in there. It's been about 3 or 4 months since I put any money in there, but you can do that. But if you don't have any to spare, it's understandable. As long as you sign the petition, you've done your job as an Alita Army member. And you can, if you folks in Great Britain, if you can do this, you can still see Rosa's play. It's going on through March the 6th. I can tell you, Rosa is fantastic in this play. She's now, of course, I'm biased, of course, but she to me had the most interesting character in the play. That even included the marshal in this thing, which also was a very good actor, Billy Crudup. He's a really good actor, and so is Denise Go for that matter. But to me, Rosa, was the character was more interesting. She was kind of like she owned the saloon, and it wasn't apparent that she owned the saloon. People thought she might have been just a saloon girl or something like this. And it was kind of came out later on in the play that she owned the saloon, so that was kind of a neat little mystery that they had going in there for that one. There were, and we saw this, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week? I can't remember. We, kind of did a little bit of a report on, who all of us have went there, how we've surprised Vladi and stuff like that. And we all went to see Rosa, as you guys all probably saw that already. And she was delighted to see us. I mean, she was really good to us. She talked to us for at least 10 minutes and maybe 15. I can't remember. And of course, as Maxie would probably surmise, the Creek probably, he probably bullied the others into, hogging Rosa's attention, I guess, but not too much. I think we all got a really good chance to talk to her. And she just, she told us, I love you guys, and that was great. We love her. I told her we love you too, Rosa, for sure. So we had a good time with her on that. But yeah, you can see Rosa in this play. There's still seats. I'm not sure how far out you got to buy. I bought probably 3 weeks out, maybe a month. I can't remember. I bought the tickets before Christmas, and sat right down in the front row. And so that's those are kind of really good seats to be purchasing. So if I can get those within like 3 to 4 weeks of the play, and I still get a primary a really good premium seat, then you can get a seat there as well. So if you're in Great Britain, or you're planning to make a trip there, kind of add that to your itinerary to go see Rosa, because she really did a great job, and she particularly in the night after, not so much the matinee plays, she may not come out, but the play that they do at after the night performance, she comes out, and greets the fans and stuff like that. She's just really she's a sweetheart. And Maxie, I'm gonna get off this slide before I start waxing lyrical.
What do you mean before?
Yeah, I'm already waxing lyrical.
Any more than already.
Yeah, that's right. No more lyrical. No more waxing. And if you can, go see Avatar: Fire and Ash. I think that 1.3 might be an old number. I'm not sure. 1.3 billion. I'd have to check it. I haven't heard from Charlie in a few days. Of course, I've been kind of busy. But what the box office is, maybe you can check it, Lee or Maxie. But it's already a success. And I think they're projecting it to go between 1.5 and 1.8 billion right now. you know, and I'm like I say, I'm not sure where it is, but I think this.
According to Box Office Mojo, it's at 1.38 at the moment.
1.38, so almost 1.4. So anyway, it'll probably make 1.4 this weekend. So that's pretty cool. You know, that's a successful movie. You know, and I know you might be thinking, you know, well, it's not making $2 billion like the others. Well, you know, sequels they tend to kind of drop off on revenue as you keep going out. You know, so but for a sequel like this, particularly a third movie, to make almost $1.4 billion, that's, you know, that's awesome. And I think that really helps James Cameron's case, you know, if he needs justification for doing an Alita sequel, you know. So if you can, go see it, you know, let's drive those numbers up. Besides that, it's a good movie. So, you know, that's another good reason to go see it. And we do have Rose's Queen Studios bust. You know, it's still sitting in my house. It's in the box, just like you see there on the screen. And you know, Rosa knows we have it. You know, I mean, when time's right, you know, when she's ready for it, you know, I suspect when they greenlight the sequel, that's probably when we'll get it to her. And I will get it to her any way she wants. If she says, Creek, I want you to drive it down here, or can you drive it down here? And I'd say yes, and how fast you want me to drive. That's basically what I do. So, and when I do that, you know, if we do drive down there, Angela says he's going to fly over here and be my security details. But actually, what I think it is he'll be Angeli again and not want me to see Rosa without him there. I think that's what it's going to be. What do you think, Maxie?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But anyway, all kidding aside, you know, we want her to have this. This is our expression to her of our admiration, appreciation, and affection for our queen, you know, because she is super. And we're really fortunate that she got selected to play Alita, you know, in the movie, because she, like she does on just about everything I've seen her in anyway, knocks it out of the park in terms of acting. So she's a great actor. And, you know, we're really lucky in that regard. Oh, I see we got Finn out there. AKA is out there.
No, he was. I think he had to take off because he's got to drive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And of course, we know who Snark Dragon is. That's what told me last week. So, but anyway, welcome, Lee Snark Dragon. I guess that could be your new last name, right? Lee Snark Dragon.
I guess it's really old. I can't even remember when I started using that.
Is that a gaming handle, you think, or what?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really old gaming handle years back.
And it looks like we got about 5 folks out there that are not participating in the chat. That's okay. You don't have to. We're glad you're here. We do have the Alita Gaming Network going on. And, of course, there you see the link below our little chibi Alita mascot right there. You click on that. If you don't have a Discord username, they're going to prompt you to join, and you can pick the basic service, which is absolutely free. And then you can click on the invite you get sent, and we don't charge you to join the gaming network. That is also absolutely free. We have a lot of fun with this. I know Maxie, you know, and Chaos Nova, actually, they put links for the streams that they do. Maxie, of course, puts a link in for Radio Chaos. And, you know, when Chaos Nova, when he does do a stream, he puts his link in there as well. We have a fan fiction channel, and of course, Lee and Maxie, you know, have a novel level fanfics out there, and that's in the fan fiction channel. Panini Freak has got one out there. Channel does not exist. She has several out there, shorts. And then even the Creek has got one out there. It's a short. So, you know, if you want to see new content on Alita or new stories, then, you know, just, you know, go to the fan fiction channel and you can just read, you know, because there's a bunch of them out there. If you do artwork or videos, you can upload that to the user creations channel. If you got a video on YouTube, you can upload the link, or you can add the link to that and folks can watch it. If you do any kind of content that's maybe not Alita related or maybe very loosely Alita related, you can put that in the off-topic channel. We do have 3 voice channels, Kansas Bar Live and Gaming, as you can see right there. And those are kind of like Zoom calls. You know, those are not streamed. You know, you can get in there, you can invite other gaming network members, you know, to come talk, and that's all you do. You talk. You can share your screen. If you're playing a game like Lottie and Smendrick were doing for a while, you know, they were playing. Well, they played 2 or 3 games in there in the gaming channel. Then you can share your screen, that kind of stuff. Now you can do gaming in any one of those 3 voice channels. Doesn't matter. You know, that's just the name of those channels, so they can. All 3 of them, you know, as long as you can share your screen, you know, that's really good. You do not have to turn your camera on. You know, if you're having a bad hair day or something like that, you can just use your avatar for sure. If you want to turn your camera on, you can. We do have a watch party channel. And, you know, the last watch party we did was just before we, the group of us, the 4 of us went to see Rosa, you know, at the theater, at the Harold Pinter Theater. We watched Chips. You know, she was in that. She played a highway patrol person, an officer of the law. And that was kind of a neat little, you know, movie that we saw. We've watched Alita Battle Angel about 3 or 4 times in the Watch Party channel. We've watched Chariot. We've watched the Star Trek short that she did, The Trouble with Edward. Let's see, I can't think of it. I think there was another one. Oh yeah, Good Crazy. We watched that as well. You know, there. We've even watched some stuff that's kind of similar to Alita. We watched a Rollerball once. Oh, I see Avon's out there. Avon, I did invite you if you got the link, if you want, since it's a manga reading, if you want to come on. And we even watched Ghost in the Shell, both the live action adaptation with Scarlett Johansson. Gosh, getting tongue tied here. And we watched one of the anime episodes as well. So, you know, we've enjoyed that. Now, in terms of any of this, you don't need my permission to get on here and do anything. You know, I mean, I do kind of watch it, you know, to make sure nothing untoward or inappropriate gets, you know, uploaded, you know, or anything like that. But we've never had any problem with that. I mean, you know, so far everybody, the Alita Army's very respectful. You know, we're all having fun with it. We don't want to mess that up, you know. And if you want to do a watch party as well, you don't have to ask me to do it. You just get in there and do it, you know. So I think Vladi and Smendrick did do a watch party, just the 2 of them once. I can't remember what it was they watched, but anyway, you know, you can do that as well. Any thoughts, you guys?
Give me some more caffeine and I'll have more thoughts.
Yes. I hear you. All right, well, let's read log 25. I think this is out of volume 5, I think, in the Mars Chronicles. I can't remember which. And there you see a real cute picture of Alita with a woman that, you know, she thinks is her mama. Now, there's a little issue going on there we don't want to spoil. But, you know, there she is. And, of course, even as a toddler, she looks cute, you know. So, anyway, that's that. And, of course, here we have a little bit of a setup here. In ES-374, Sidonian territory was locked in a deep, brutal winter. Kind of like we have here in Colorado from time to time, and like they're having up there in the northeast of the U.S. You guys don't get this kind of thing, do you, Maxie, there in Sydney, I guess?
Not even a little bit.
That's weird, you know, because you guys are kind of closer. Your latitude, rather, is kind of close, you know, toward the Antarctic Circle, isn't it? Or you would think
no, it's not close at all.
Oh,
Australia is big.
Yes, it is.
So no, we're not that close.
Yeah, I think he's up on the northern part, which is a bit distant from that.
I'm closer to the Tropic of Capricorn.
Yeah. Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Like
you're
the Tropic of Capricorn cuts through like the bottom third of Queensland.
oh,
So I'm probably about 1,300 kilometers from there. But I'm way closer there than I am the Arctic Circle.
I guess Tasmania would be close to the Arctic Circle, wouldn't it?
It's getting there.
Yeah. Them in New Zealand, I guess. So
But the only place nearby that gets a bit of snow occasionally is the Blue Mountains, and that's not on the regular.
okay.
That's if we get these weather systems coming up from Antarctica called what do they call them? Southerly busters,
Oh.
and they can drop a little bit of snow in the depths of winter, but not all that often.
And just a dusting when it does. Huh?
Occasionally you'll see news reports saying that there's enough to throw around, but
Yeah.
it's no snowed in or anything.
Look who's out in the chat.
Look, it's Constable Birch. Oh, by the way, I just pulled volume 5 of Mars Chronicles off the shelf and checked. Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
This is in volume 5. It's the
Yeah.
second last chapter in volume 5.
Yeah. At least I didn't call it chapter 5, huh, Maxie?
Yeah, you do that sometimes.
Yeah, I do. And of course, the former Angeli says, "Okay, lead him, Army," because he is no longer Angeli. And of course, AKA, I guess you go back and forth between Sydney and Melbourne. I guess Melbourne's a little further south, isn't it, than Sydney? I don't know. You guys might get snow, I guess. I don't know. Hello, Badman from Canada. How's it going, Badman? Anyway, here it is. What you say there. This was a consequence of this thing right here, the snow that we saw right here, that you saw there in ES 374. This was a consequence of the previous year when Muster threatened the Consul of Edom and stole I'm going to butcher this, the Tita Kagan reflection rights from Cydonia. Outside of the certain doomed cities, the temperature plummeted to negative 40 degrees Celsius. Holy moly, that is cold, I guess.
That's a little chilly.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess, Nearly all crops were wiped out and many people froze to death. So it didn't sound like a good time. A super duper blizzard. I think Mars overall is much colder. I mean, I think during the summer months on Mars, the equator, it can get up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what, about maybe 25 degrees Celsius, perhaps, something like that, in that ballpark. But since there's no atmosphere, the cold can really bite you there. Of course, they've partially terraformed Mars in the Alita universe, so that's, or at least they've got a dome up there to protect those puny humans. Hello, Angelus. How's it going? Oops. Mouse button.
Oops, indeed.
I was just telling everybody how you're no longer Angeli. We got Max Jelly now. We don't have Angeli.
I wouldn't say unfortunately, but just different circumstances that Max Jelly has what was I going to say? Priorities, responsibilities, perhaps.
Yeah.
The word worked.
Cool. Well, let's see if I can butcher this name. Sklodo Wiska. Boy, that's a butchering if I ever heard one. Bomberg Mansion.
Sklodowska? I don't know.
Yes, Well, a Lodo, I know Lodo. That's what we call Lower Denver. A Lodo, lower downtown, in other words. But Skolodowska, I guess. I don't know. What the heck? Bomberg Mansion, 14 degrees Celsius. So every place else out there is negative 40 degrees Celsius, and inside there, or where at least the environment there, is 14 degrees Celsius, which is nice and toasty. It's not hot or not cold. Various great lords were afraid of their secret, that they had capitulated to the criminal madman, that being Muster, of course. But this fact was not reported to the populace at large. So I guess not many people on Mars knew who Muster was, I guess, except for just the leadership, I suppose. The moment has come, Count Marquis. This is the first time I visited you in person, isn't it? And of course, he kind of looks at him. It's you. Don't startle me like that. The time has come to fulfill your desires. I wouldn't like him saying that to me. Anybody that's like Muster, that's definitely not a, yeah, that's not a good, that's not a good thing. If he's wanting to give you anything, I'd be very suspicious. The people think that this crippling winter is due to Lady Kagura's incompetence, and the call to replace the territory's leader is rising. There, young Yoko will be placed as a figurehead while I hold the reins. Then nobody will be able to stop me. The council meeting to decide on a replacement will happen in 10 days. There are times when even I cannot believe the truth, but they all lost their backbone when they saw Yoko and read Najima's report. I guess that's how you pronounce that name. It took time to persuade the opposing faction. And of course, Muster, ha ha ha, that's very good. That she was born from Kagura's wretched growths. So, you know, this is that. Yeah, there's some uwu there. He's real cute, you know, even as a toddler. But, you know, I think we're all, I'm not sure if everybody, a lot of you have probably not read maybe the Mars Chronicles. But yeah, she has kind of a weird origin story in the manga, you know, about how she came about, you know, how she
You think?
Yeah. So I'm not going to spoil, because I think they go into it a little bit later here, you know, as well. Not in this chapter, but or volume, but you know, we will see it later, so I don't want to spoil. But anyway, there she is with the woman that at least she thinks is her mama. And of course, she looks up there, and then of course someone yells Yoko, and then it's Erica, you know. Do you remember me? It's Erica, ha ha ha, it's been so long, that kind of stuff, you know. So they kind of get a reunion going there, I guess. They're kind of like sisters, although Jesus, Erica tries to kill her later on. And of course, Yoko gets the upper hand on that one. Oh, you were her old friend, but how did you get here? Look, Mama, it's Erica, you know. So anyway, you know, by this time now, up to this point, Yoko didn't say a lot. She was really a small kid and didn't talk too much, or if she did, it was kind of like baby talk or toddler talk. And she's still kind of a toddler, but now at least she's kind of growing up a little bit. And then she goes, one, and she puts her hands over her like.
Actually, I think you're supposed to read that from right to left. Erica suggests they play hide and seek.
Oh, yeah, I am. I mess that up every time. I kind of did what Disney did when he read the manga the first time. He read it from left to right. So I didn't understand anything. So, yeah.
Well,
so
you wouldn't have done what Disney did, because you would have made the sequels by now. So.
Well, no, I was talking about Dizzy, not Disney.
Ah,
Dizzy
wrong one.
B, you know. So anyway, all right, I'll read it right this time. Look, Mama, it's Erica. Oh, you were her old friend, but how'd you get here? Hey, let's play hide and seek. You're it, Yoko. And of course, Yoko puts her hands over her eyes, said 1, 2. And then, you know, she, Erica grabs the hand of that woman that, you know, I guess Yoko thinks is her mother. And she says, come here, I have something to say. what is, and then of course the mother figure says, what is it, Erica? And then she points at her and says, you aren't actually Yoko's real mommy, are you? And of course she goes, huh? What do you mean? Of course I'm Yoko's mama. Are you really going to lie to me? And then of course, looks like Erica, smacks her, and she says, ouch, why did you do that? Don't treat me like an idiot just because I'm a child. So Erica has come a long way in terms of growing up, hasn't she? She's not, I think she's a couple of years older than Alita, I guess, or Yoko rather, maybe 3 years older. But so she's, she's she's cognitively there, I think, at this point. Muster already told me everything. You're just using Yoko for Marquis' wicked plot. And of course, she looks at her like, what? And then of course, Yoko's counting 12. And then she says 13 instead of 13, which is cute. And then, Erica says, poor Yoko. If she learns that her so-called mommy is so evil, what will she think? Oh, Erica, please don't tell Yoko about this. And then, of course, Yoko, she's a little manipulator at this point, isn't she? So anyway, Lord Marquis told me that after I lose my baby, but you must believe me, I didn't know about any conspiracy. How about I keep your secret as long as you do what I say? So there you go now. She's really starting to manipulate things, and she says, fine, if it's within my means. Well, I guess that depends, doesn't it? Oh, so you want me to keep this secret?
Yeah,
So
you just read them out of order.
I read them out of order again. I should have read from top to bottom on that one. So anyway, the bottom line is that Erica, knows
Blackmail.
This is blackmail. She knows actually that this woman's not Alita's mother, and she's saying, hey, I'll keep my mouth shut, if you do what I say, basically. Then I want you to be my mama. And then, of course, she says, mama, like that. And then the woman, I guess, she said, oh, wow, maybe I got away with something here. And Yoko says, I found Erica and mama. Hey, I want a hug too. Come, so you're both such good girls. I don't know about Erica being a good girl. She's kind of an evil little twit, isn't she? Trying to blackmail this woman. Mama, I have something important to say. You listen too, Yoko. It's generous to stay here. Let's run away. Or it's dangerous. Generous. Come on, Gary. It's dangerous to stay here. Let's run away, the three of us. What do you mean, Erica? I heard that Muster and Marquis were talking about. Once they take over Cydonia, they'll kill both of you since they don't need you anymore. I heard them say that. And then, of course, the woman says, oh, that's awful. What should I do? I have nowhere left to turn for help. And then, of course, Yoko says, mama, and then it's all right. Leave it to me. So now Erica's going to kind of, do the family planning part of this thing and to protect the family. In fact, I've already made some arrangements. Boy, she's really on top of things for a kid, isn't she?
There's no way this could end badly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and this might not end well either. So anyway, she said, Erica takes Yoko's hand and says, hurry this way. So they start running. See, nobody spotted us. My time training with Muster wasn't for nothing. But what will we do after this? The woman says. And then, of course, I can't tell who that is at the saying, hee hee hee. Ah, hee hee hee. That's some. Who is that guy? That's that guy that was with Muster before, wasn't it?
Looks like it might be.
Yeah. It's okay. Don't be scared, Erica says. We need to follow him. Damn. Look at that. He's a mutant, I guess. And then of course that's DOS there in that car. He says, "Yo, over here. You kept us waiting, little lady. Well, a lady's time to prepare. Haha, good comeback. Who are you people?" The mama says. "I'm DOS, and this is Rocco. Erica hired us to protect you. Put her there, Yoko." And then, of course, they do a high five. Yoko says, "Yeah. Here's your down payment." And, of course, she hands, I don't know what that is. It's probably something like a check or something like that, or, you know, some kind of document that says this is worth money or something like this. A check from, well, I'm going to mess this up, Vrilia Bank, I guess. "You must be rich, Erica." "Yeah, I bet I'm richer than you, Mama." She's a little rascal, isn't she? "Where's the big dark guy?" "He's not with you." I guess he's talking about Muster, I guess. "Who? You mean, oh, Gilliton. Yeah, that's that dude. It was when there was 3 of them. He's on a different job, and this ain't exactly a social club, if you know what I mean." So, you know, they kind of hop in the car. "All right, hunker down. It's mighty cold outside of the dome." So there they go. They're driving along. And "How come you don't have a roof?" Ha ha ha. Erica's boogers froze. "If you got a plan, you better tell me now." "Well, first things first, we head east to reach the wall to Flammarion before sundown. Even a provincial lord can't mess around in another province. So that's the idea." And of course, that spider-like dude says, "Hmm." And then, of course, he looks back and says, "We got pursuit, DOS." "What? So soon?" And by the sound of it, it's the second worst outcome. Yeah, you got that right. Second worst. So I don't know who's chasing them. It's somebody way in the back there. If you can see my cursor right there. What? Why are they slowing down? Why are you slowing down? We need to get away from them. And then, of course, whoever's chasing them is in that weird looking cycle thing that's just nothing but a wheel. And I think that could be that Gilliton guy, maybe. I think I remember him riding that before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. "Hey there, Gilliton. Fancy running into you here." And then, of course, he pulls up beside him. He's the pursuit. And, of course, he kind of looks at him. "Mama, it's okay, dear. You're not going to sell us out just because you used to work with him, are you?" That's what Erica says. "Don't worry. I don't pull that kind of crap. See, even vagabonds like us got a kind of personal code of a sort." And of course, they're wondering about who this guy is. "You seem ready to hand over the child." "Listen, I'm running a job too. You know, we had some good times working together." And of course, Gilliton says, "I always hated you." And then, of course, DOS laughs. Ha ha ha, the feeling's mutual. So it doesn't sound like they had a very cordial professional relationship, does it?
Yeah, like you said, it wasn't a social club.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's that old adage, you don't go to work to make friends, do you? You go to work to work.
Yep.
Now that we've exchanged, go ahead, Angelus.
I was going to say, I thought we went to work so we can buy more Alita merch and go see more Rosa plays.
Go see more
There
Rosa
you go.
plays. Yeah, there's why we really do it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I hear you. No, it's cool. Okay, now that we've exchanged pleasantries, let's get this shindig started. So he pulls out his pistol, and then his head's down, points the pistol at Gilliton, I guess. And then, fires off a shot. and it looks like it just skims the wheel there, that whatever that vehicle he's riding in. If he's the second worst, or at least Yoko says this, if he's the second worst, then who's the worst one to face? That's obvious. This is what that dude's, the spider dude.
Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco. That's right. That's what Rocco says. That's obvious. The Künstlers. So, whoa, this could be where we maybe meet the Künstlers, perhaps. Remember that hero who saved you from the minefield? That's what Doss says. She's one of them. And of course, you know, Alita's eyes are, you know, big and everything. That was a Künstler. And that's Gelda, of course. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah,
So it looks like Erica, you know, she escaped from muster, I guess. Well, you don't know yet. Maybe this is a setup of some sort, but you know, she.
Yeah, there's always the possibility it's wheels within wheels with that guy.
That's right, man. And anyway, I like that Doss guy. I like him a lot. He's a vagabond for sure. But anyway, you know, it's where Erica, I guess, kind of blackmails the woman and says, on one condition, I'll keep my mouth shut if you become my mama as well, basically, you know. But anyway, that's Erica looks kind of sad there, doesn't she? So anyway, you know,
Well, I think it might be an indication of just how badly she'd like some kind of a real family.
Yeah, I think so. Because her real family wasn't very good to her.
That's putting it lightly.
You know, letting the dog eat her hand off, for one thing. Of course, she got even with him in a big way. So anyway, you know, now this woman is taking the two kids on.
Hey, Creaky.
Yeah.
Didn't she fire them?
Didn't she do what, Maxie?
Fire them.
What do you mean?
Explain it to him, Angelus.
Is this a dad joke thing?
It sure is.
Fire.
Didn't you burn the house down with them in it?
Oh my God, I'm slow. Oh my gosh, yes.
Wow.
Ouch. Yeah, AKA caught it right away. Fire them. Yes. And of course, you know, yeah, creaky slow, AKA, that's for sure, you know. So anyway, but now they're kind of like a makeshift family, I guess. And look at Yoko is really happy. And then, of course, they run into Doss and Rocco. And Yoko has hired them to, you know, kind of help Yoko escape, you know, get away from there because of that Marquis guy and Muster, you know, they want, or at least Marquis wants to kill Yoko as soon as he gets control of Cydonia, which, by the way, is a real place on Mars.
Yep, you can find it on the map.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, he's kind of got a hot car there, I guess Doss does. And they all jump in the car and take off, you know, and they're running, kind of running from that Guillotine guy. And they have kind of a hilarious exchange between Doss and Guillotine, I guess. And there he is. He pulls up beside him, and of course they kind of have a comical exchange there, and you know, they both affirmed each other. I never really liked you. Feelings mutual. Pulls out his pistol, you know, and then you see the look on Erica's face there. You know, it's like, God. So anyway, then he shoots at him, you know. And then, of course, they all realize that, okay, as bad as this guy is, Guillotine, he's not as bad as being chased by a Künstler. Because if they're being chased by a Künstler, they're not getting away. They're going to get captured, you know. So anyway, guys, what do you all think?
Well, I'm still expecting some kind of double cross from Muster there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't trust that guy, can you?
Yep.
Muster is definitely not out of the picture.
Yeah. Well, he was back here. You know, he was talking to, let me go back. There he is. Talking to that, what, Lord or Duke Marquis, rather. And this guy is, he wants the power, I guess. You know, he wants to rule Cydonia. I don't know what Muster's involvement in this is, though. I mean, you know, I mean, why would he care whether Marquis or anybody else rules Cydonia? You know, there's
I'm sure he's got some kind of plan in mind to take power for himself.
Yeah, there's a twist coming here, I think. And this Marquis guy, he doesn't look like he's a very good fellow either. So
I don't think any of the nobles are really, except for that one young lady who is Queen of Mars. And
Queen Lymira.
yeah,
yeah, she's all right. She's cool. Look at Yoko, boy. She looks happy, doesn't she?
mm-hmm.
And yes, Angelus Uwu. Actually, Erica's got some Uwu too. I mean, she's just so she's such a conniving little brat. You don't know how to take it, you know. Big surprise, Yoko. You know, look, Mama, it's Erica. Ooh, look at Erica there. She's pissed. You're not actually Yoko's real mommy, are you? Erica's got it figured out. Now, I wonder if she's with Muster. You know, she knows that this is a plot. Muster's got to know it too, I think. I mean, I think he's going to twist it somehow, though, I think. Yeah, Erica's quite the little rascal, I think. Well, now this woman's got 2 daughters, sort of. Hello, American forever. Yeah, I like this guy, Doss. I don't like Rocco. He's too freaking ugly. I don't like him at all. So they're being pursued by Gilliton. And then, you know, Doss shoots at Gilliton. And of course, the very worst you can be chased by is a Künstler, for sure.
Oh yeah, especially after seeing what Gilda did to that officer and those other soldiers.
Those other soldiers by herself too.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! Yeah, she took care of business. So, any thoughts, fellers?
That's about all I got for me. I mean, it's pretty short and straight to the point there, except for the twists that look like they might be coming up. We're going to have to see how those resolve.
Yeah, that's right, bad man. Rocco's certainly concerned more about being functional and being pretty, isn't he?
Well, he's more concerned with functionality over form, which means he don't care about pretty. He cares about how well it works.
Exactly. Okay, well, I can't think of anything else. This is probably going to be a pretty short stream.
Well, we know what Kashira is like. You know, anytime things are looking good, you know shit's about to happen.
Yeah, in fact, I was expecting the second they went down that tunnel following Erica, Erica was going to have somebody or something in wait there that was going to kill the woman that was.
I Yeah, I kind of had that feeling too at first time.
Yeah, I was expecting a horrific death to await her right then and there.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised that there wasn't.
Yeah. You know, kind of a weird way, Erica's heart is kind of in the right place, except she's just a conniving little, you know.
Her heart's in the right place, as damaged as it is.
Yeah, that's right. You know, she's.
And it is badly damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't grow up knowing a good family, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Anything, you got anything to add, Angelus, or former Angeli?
Oh, you might be busy.
Yeah. Maxie, any other thoughts?
Nope, I'm kind of done. It was just a short chapter.
Yeah, it was a short chapter. I considered doing 2, but I thought, you know, I want to kind of spread it out, you know, because I want to kind of keep the same time, you know, kind of time frame, I guess, that Radio Chaos is doing, because we're going to do the last bit before we get into Last Order tomorrow. And yes, Maxie, I do have the right thumbnail for this one. So
yeah, I got it done early.
Yep.
It was pretty obvious.
I kind of like it too. It's a good one. Any other topics you guys want to talk about?
No, I didn't really come prepared for anything like that, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think next time maybe I'll come up with one a short topic so we can at least run to the top of the hour. Disney, we want sequels. Damn it. Give it to us.
Hop 2.
Yes. Did we miss anything, you guys?
Yes, we miss Rosa very much.
Yes, we do. Well, we didn't miss her, Angelus. We got to see her.
We did.
Yeah, we got our hugs too, didn't we? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right, Bad Man. That's my goal. If I start doing 2 episodes or 2 chapters at a time, then we're going to run out. So, well, particularly, next week, Lee is. I think you remember, Lee. We're going to do another reading of your fanfic, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Did we already do the chapter where Jason was nearly beaten to death in the basement of the clinic, or the one after that?
Oh gosh, I'd have to go back.
I don't think that's happened yet.
Really? I could have sworn I read the one where the clinic got attacked.
I think I would have remembered it, unless you did it when I wasn't there.
Well, I'll go back and look at the stream, where we did the reading, and let you know.
Okay.
Anyway, as you can see there from that middle panel there, Alita does love her Uncle Creek, and that's because he wants a sequel just like she does.
And we do.
And we all do. Yeah, that's right. And Rosa does. So all of us do. Yeah, Rosa's in the Alita Army. She's Alita Army member 000001.
Yep.
So anyway, and I guess El Lamont, we could make her 00002, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And Jesse Fisher can be 3, I guess. Maxie, you're probably going to read this, aren't you?
Yes.
Of course you are. It's a manga episode.
That's right.
So you want
my
to talk
job.
a little bit?
Reading the thing we never cover.
Now, I've never seen her in color, so is that Koyomi?
That's
That is
Koyomi. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. The coloration threw me a little bit.
Koyomi in the manga is quite different than Koyomi in the movie by a lot.
So at that point in the story, she's like 14 or so, having been a little baby at the very start.
Yeah.
But of course, Koyomi in the movie starts out as a young woman, so you don't get the same progression.
Yep. Which
And
means
this-
that the relationship between her and Alita is a little bit different in the movie too.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, the movie, they're quasi friends, aren't they? I guess.
But that's actually the cover image from the last volume in the in the box set. So the box set has the original manga in 4 volumes, and this is the cover of the last volume, which is the side stories.
Yeah, this is a Viz volume. This is actually 2 stories, isn't it, Maxie?
Yes. Well, Homecoming has no text; it's just visuals.
Pictures, yeah, that's right.
So it's not all that long, and there's no reading. It's just looking at the images. So that we'll get through that pretty quick. The meatier part is Barjack Rhapsody.
Yeah. And now that Koyomi is 14 years old, that's going to make Alita in her early 30s. So
Yes.
it should be like 32 at this point.
Or like 232 or something.
Yeah, 200.
if you're going by chronology.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, she's 232 in the manga, but of course there's another 100 years in there in the movie.
Yeah, they tacked on another century for the movie.
Boy, that puts her in Creek's age group, doesn't it?
She's nowhere near 8,000.
No, that's right. Yeah, I'd be robbing the cradle, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
So to speak. So anyway, join us for this tomorrow. We have a lot of fun with these manga readings. I really enjoy them. You know, they're kind of cool. For one thing, I can concentrate on running the stream instead of doing stuff. I guess that's
one of these days we're going to have to get a Alita artist to do an artist rendering of. Maybe we can take that picture of you with your arm around Rosa and get it redrawn as you as an 8,000-year-old TR cyborg with your arm around Alita.
That's a thought.
Yeah. I have lots of good thoughts.
Well, you should. You're an author.
That's right.
You and Lee both. So, yeah, we're going to have fun with this tomorrow thing. And this, by the way, this is going to be the last manga reading before we get into the last order.
Yep. Which will be the following week.
Yeah, that won't, and that's right, because we'll be doing a reading too, but it won't be a manga. We'll be doing Lee's reading, and then we do next week we'll be doing the last order reading. And you know, Maxie, here in about 3 weeks, we're gonna have to do another recording because I got that competition coming up. You know, and then
it's not on the 14th, is it?
It's on a Saturday. I know that. So, and then
I'm hoping it's not the 14th because that's the 7th anniversary.
Oh God Almighty! Yeah, I think that's when let me look at my calendar here. I'm pulling up my calendar.
Yeah, aka the boots are pretty cool, aren't they? These are
Okay, yeah, the 14th, I'm good, Maxie. Yeah, because on the 21st is when the state championships.
All right. What did I have down for the 21st?
Yeah, so we still have to do one, but at least I'll be there for the 14th, which would be great. And on the March the 6th, I'm going to be at I will be competing in the Arnold Sports Festival. So I won't be able. I'll probably have to upload another one of our, former Alita Livestream shows, and then I won't be able to. I'll have to do a recording on this for the 7th too. So just make a note of that one.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but it looks like Koyomi's got a little bit of the crazy eye there.
Yeah, she does a little bit, or maybe just super happy.
She snapped and joined Barjack. Come on, it's not something the same person would do.
I just think she was really happy.
Okay, so the 21st of February was will Alita make it to Zalem in Alita 2? So I guess I'll have to move that. And you said the 7th as well? 7th of March?
Oh, no. Let me check. Yeah, the 7th. We'll have to do one for the 7th and
Well,
the
the 7th is a manga reading, so
we can do the manga reading then as a recording. Right?
yeah, we could.
And folks will still be able to comment. I just won't be able to put the comments on the screen
I'll do some reorganizing. And then when's your next
it won't be till this summer.
busy boy?
Probably bench press nationals, I think. Yeah, that'll be summer, and then I won't have another one till November. After I get past these two, I just have 2 for the rest of the year. So
I'm just updating the sign-up sheet.
yeah, I got to go compete at the Arnold. You get invited, the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. That's a big deal. So yeah, I got to do that. So anyway, that's that. So join us tomorrow. We're going to have fun with this. The first one will just be looking at pictures, and the second one will be reading the manga, right, Maxie? That we never do.
Yeah. Yep, never. No, don't know how we got to the end of the first series. We never read it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a mystery.
It's this right here. What does the bad man say? Alita should be 30. Well, bad man, what I was going by is that, at the end of the movie, which would be similar to at that point in time, I guess, as where she was in the manga in terms of time, not 300 years time, but relative. I mean, I think she was like 18, or something by the end of the movie, I think. And then if Koyomi is 14 years old, well, I guess Koyomi was a baby, wasn't she? Was she 1 year old maybe? Oh, maybe she is 30, bad man, or 31 maybe, something like that.
Oh, welcome back, Finn.
Yes, Finn. There's our queen right there, and that's who Angelus and I saw a couple of weeks ago, and she's a sweetheart, that's for sure. She's really easy to talk to too. She's a good person in my book, and she's also #1 in my book in terms of being an actor. She just oh gosh, Max, I'm gonna wax lyrical again, but she knocked it out of the park in that play, didn't she, Angelus? I mean, she was great. I also want to give shout outs to El Lamont and Jesse Fisher because they brought Screwhead to life. And in terms of the movie itself, our sequel, I want to see Alita and Screwhead team up and take on Joshigan. That would be kind of cool. All 3 of them, they deserve to be in the sequel, I think. And I hope Screwhead gets written in because she's not dead, in my opinion. I think, her core still looked like it was intact. She might have been knocked out, or something like that, or her system's put on a very quiescent mode, but I think she's still alive. Now, some folks like Stinger and some of them, they didn't quite do so well. Stinger got he got smashed, didn't he? In that grinder thing, whatever it was. So, and of course, we definitely want to see Zapan in there as well. But yeah, these 3 need to be in there. They deserve it, And if you can, if you want, you can join us for the Stammtisch after party. I just put the link in the chat. There it is right there. What will happen is while I'm playing the outro, then you guys can, click on this and you'll be in backstage And you know, once the show is over, then I'll bring you into this instance, and you can just talk with us. We'd just be hanging out. It'd be like a Zoom call. This doesn't get streamed. This is just strictly, you know, us, as they say down in the southeast U.S. Up in the Appalachian Mountains. This will just be usins. So anyway, you know, you'll get to talk to us. We don't bite too hard unless you want us to. So you know, that's you know, we just like to hear from folks, because we do these shows for you. You know, we do a Radio Chaos, and we do the Alita live stream for you. So we would really love for you guys to, you know, come on. Yeah, that's right, Finestro Stinger. He chose the wrong way for sure. Yeah, that's right, Bad Man. He certainly did, or at least the inside of it for sure. We are the Alita Army. We are the advocates for Alita. We support Alita and Rosa passionately and positively. And of course, you know, you could see from the fire victims campaign we got going, we do this frequently. We even do stuff with Open Bionics from time to time to, you know, kind of get folks less fortunate than us, you know, to get their, you know, their limbs, you know, get a bionic arm or something like this. And but that fourth bullet's super important right there. We are here to stay, Disney. You're not getting rid of us. And we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to stay after you to give us those sequels. Why is this image here? Well, that image there is there because I like it, and I'm running the stream. And to paraphrase Gruwishka, I'm only here for our girl and our queen and the Alita Army. And that leaves us with only one thing left to do, and that would be on my count of 3, the call to action. 1, 2, 3. Film
those sequels, baby.
So anyway, we'll
Holy
catch
shit.
you tomorrow on Radio Chaos and next week on the Alita live stream. Bye.
Take care, guys.
What's up, Alita Army? This is Hot Toys Alita, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Alita live stream. Please join my Uncle Creek, Angelus, and our other guests for next week's show. Remember, I do not stand by in the presence of evil, and film those sequels, baby. See you next time.
No cause is lost, if there was but one fool left to fight for it.
Yeah, Gary, that'd be nice.